Today, I want to show you a great superset for the lats. It's really hard in the gym to feel your lats working. They're such big, strong muscles that you really have to overload them and exhaust them in order to get that feeling, that burn, especially in the tendon area here. But this set, this will do it for you if you do it right. What we're going to do is we're going to pair a neutral grip, so my hands are facing each other, a seated cable row with a straight arm pull down, okay? So I'm gonna do the set first, and then I'm gonna explain to you how to do each of the exercises properly. What I want you to remember first though, before you do any exercise, you always want a tight core and a nice straight back. Really any exercise, whether you're on the ground, squatting, sitting, straight back by pulling your chest or your chest out and your shoulder blades together and tightening your core like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach and you're looking straight ahead, okay? That's our basic position. So I'm going to do the seated cable row, and I'm going to do 10 to 14 reps. I'm going to choose a weight that allows me to do 10, but won't let me do more than 14, okay? Because this exercise is about really exhausting the lats. In the first exercise, I'm going to be working the lats, but also the biceps, my rear deltoid, or the rear shoulder muscle, rhomboids, which are in between my shoulder blades. They squeeze my shoulder blades together. And my mid-trapezius muscles, my trapezius in general, which kind of take up my whole upper back, all right? All of those are working in order to get this rowing motion going. Now, I just want you to know that the proper motion in a row is that you first squeeze the shoulder blade, and then the shoulder moves, and then the elbow moves, and then the reverse happens when you relax. Elbow, shoulder, shoulder blade, shoulder, elbow, elbow, shoulder blade. But don't think about that. When you're doing the row, just think, squeeze the shoulder blade first, okay? Squeeze the shoulder blades and then let it go. Squeeze and then let it go. If you focus on squeezing the shoulder blades as the very first movement without trying to break it down into its constituent parts, you're going to get it right, okay? So let's do this, all right? My setup's a little bit different than that in the gym, but this pretty much approximates what a gym neutral close grip seated cable row would look like, okay? So I'm going to get in position. My feet against the posts. I'm sitting up nice and straight, and here we go. Okay, I got stuck on 13. I'm going to let those down. I'm going to drop just a little bit of weight on the stack here. I'm going to go right into it called a straight arm pull down. Here we go. I got 9 there. All right. So what am I doing? Well, let's talk about form. Talked about pretty much all the form you need to know about on the seated cable row, except you breathe out when you pull in, and you inhale as you retract. So it's okay. But on the straight arm pull down, what you're doing is, when you turn sideways to the camera, you're keeping your arms straight. Hence the name straight arm pull down. You're using the lat to contract, to pull your arms down. So everything that I was telling you when you're seated here about a tight core, chest out, that all happens when you're doing this exercise as well, okay? You don't want to be slouching when you're doing it. You don't want to be crunching when you're doing it, right? You're just using your lats to pull your arm down. Now, you're going to be using the long head of your tricep too, and your triceps are keeping your arms straight, and especially the long head, which also crosses the shoulder joint, is going to be working, but you're really going to feel this in the lats, okay? So, great exercise, 10 to 14 reps on the first one, 8 to 10 on the second one. Choose a weight that stops you before 14 reps here and stops you before 10 reps there, okay? So that's a seated neutral grip cable row superset with a straight arm pull down.